cloud? Wait, am I recording to the cloud? I'm recording to the cloud, so we're fine. I don't know what cloud it is, but it's the cloud.
It's a cloud.
It's the cloud.
You have an Apple
Is it the
computer or a
Vaporous Realm?
Microsoft?
It's the Vapor Realm.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, who's reading?
So should
Sam.
Sam Biff Quain be the narrator? Because
Yeah.
he hasn't narrated. Okay, go Sam.
Okay, yeah.
All right, starting from next page, page 16.
Well, the
Page,
grill of the storm drain.
page 16, yeah. Right underneath the cloud. Like,
How did we get to page 146? What the fuck?
On, I need to scroll so I can actually see the
If
full
you look at
thing.
the screen, I have it on the shared screen, Sam.
Yeah. Okay. The grill of the storm drain lifted. Arden doused the torch, hid it in the weeds and rose.
That's
He
true.
grabbed Estra's arm and helped her out. They were at the border of the brickyard behind the ziggurat. The thick main power main snaked from the generator bunkers. Arden hurried her beside one, scanning the grounds. The roof of the curing shed was gone. The mill wheel half frozen, and the slaughter pens were flooded. I can't see because Ralphie's.
Someone erase the skill box. Whoever did
I
it.
didn't do that. I don't know how to erase that.
that was me, guys.
I
Sorry.
thought it was
Notice
Amanda
this cloud.
Curtis.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, wow, notice in your cloud.
Sam, if you could turn your mic up a little bit.
Yeah, here.
Amanda.
Oh, I don't want to test it.
All right, there we go. Everything be gone, thought.
Oh, audio settings?
No, it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're all good.
Oh, hold on.
Ready for this scene, Amanda?
Is this good?
I was born ready.
Yeah.
This is better?
Hmm?
Oh, great. Oh, a deafening crash, a blinding strike. Estra raised her head.
That's him!
The storm cloud was above them, its neck thick and sooty. The rolling crown lit by a brewing charge.
Hurry.
Arden pulled her with him. As they reached the delivery bay at the commissary, the rear doors of the ziggurat swung open. The low notes of an organ sounded, and a pair of cowled priests appeared. A cordage followed, bearing the burnt remains of the sacrifice towards the holy plot beyond the sheep's paddock. The bodies were covered in sacramental cloths, but their bier moved as blackened armed what are these words? Wrapping. When blasted from the commissary, the earth shook and a dazzling bolt drove the storm's livid head. It touched the roof of the livestock's barn, and the wall exploded. People appeared in every direction, their backs on fire. Arden pulled Estra into the stock room through the kitchen. They entered the corridor by the flickering sconces crowded with jostling heads.
Don't.
The guards shouted orders, one at a group towards the explosion, while priests moved along the others, urging calm. The organ was audible, tragic, ponderous, groaning, and the shrilling in the narrow passage was a wounded mammoth. Arden led Estra through the melee doors. Through melee towards the first floor landing. Her grip was firm. He could feel the tension in her arms and the fear in her stride. He felt fear too, the fear of storm's rage, the fear of discovery. As they approached the landing, Arden spotted Jiggers hurried towards them. Did the foreman see him? His head turned, but he strode right past. A group of nurses have gathered on the landing, were leading a prayer beside, beseeching the gods. One recognized Arden and smiled. He returned the greeting and led Estra up the stairwell to level 3. He paused at the top and peered down the corridor, looking for the foot patrol. Nothing. Then there were stepping past the cell doors. A man exited one and started towards them. Arden nodded toward him.
Around the corner.
He murmured to
Around the
Estra.
corner.
He halted before the narrow door. Oh boy. turned the latch with his key, entered the cell, and drew her inside. In the darkness, the snowbed was visible. His dresser and the chair by the window. Arden hung his head bulb on a hook over the dresser and plugged into a loose wire. The light flashed on him. Esther moved to the window and drew the curtains apart. He came up behind her. The
Oh
thunder
God.
over the settlement. It was moving towards the forest again, its dark billows churning like a thick stew. All at once, the earth beneath it erupted. A sooty funnel reached down, sucking everything into its vortex. The sky around the storm was crazed with electric webs, the boiling head glowing and furrowed. It was an image from Arden's childhood, a picture in a storybook. The mushroom clouds loosed during the 4-day war, source of the faith. Father of Rains had plunged the people before he was born,
He thinks I'm in the trees.
Estra said.
He's trying to drive me into the open.
Arden searched the billows for the human features. He could see what might have been the curves of a brow and the hollow of a temple.
I don't understand.
Those burnt bodies.
Estra regarded him.
They were his sacrifices to Ingus.
Arden nodded.
We're taught to fear the gods. When I was a wee one, I could see their faces.
You don't believe anything I've told you.
I believe you're frightened. That something terrible happened to you.
And Ingus?
You can see anything in a cloud.
Working.
I'm sitting right there.
What the heck?
Esther glanced through the glass.
That's no god.
Hold on.
Voice
A lot.
is
No.
Alice.
Ingus' head has a face, and it's a reflection of a man inside. It. She worked for Sam.
Sorry, my audio is like it stopped feeding into my headphones. Like they literally just spazzed out.
On the bright side, you're way louder now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually hear you.
Shoot, I think something was wrong with my audio. What the heck?
Can you hear us now?
Well, I can hear you, but like my headphones like literally just died. Like I
Huh.
heard just a really loud like buzzing sound, and they just like
Oh, that was because of the electricity from the storm.
Yeah.
That's what my iPods do when they die also.
oh really?
Yeah, they just buzz and then they turn off.
Yeah, just don't use your AirPods.
See, I haven't had that happen. Like it was weird because they were 100.
You just
Nope.
muted them.
It just fucking froze for me. Oh, there we go.
Sam, you there? Can you hear us? Can you talk?
We can't hear him.
Yeah. No.
This lip reading is great, though.
Sam, did you just take out your
The
AirPods?
fear on his face. He said, "Really?"
What Curtis said.
Did we
What
hear it?
Yeah.
You're still
Okay, is the
quiet.
audio good though?
Yeah.
Like, can you actually hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so we're at the line. Arden stared at her.
Arden stared at her.
I was born in America.
She said,
In the East. So was Ingus. We dreamed of a life in the sky, and we left the earth together.
What?
I was a young woman then. She turned.
oh, she turned away from the storm.
I was up there with him.
Why did you come down?
Would you believe me if I told you?
Estra cocked her head. Arden didn't reply.
I swam.
He said, over her shoulder, he could see the storm crossing the ridge. Arden imagined a man abroad, sullen, grumbling, as rage twisted as his bolts lit the mountains as his rain flushed the forest.
It's moving away.
He closed the curtains.
He was venting his spleen, taking it out on your village.
God.
How do you vent your spleen?
Mo, you've read the Cloud Sex though, so like this is
Isn't that just mono?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is still entertaining though.
Yeah.
Wait till chapter 3.
Oh my god.
Vent your spleen.
The farther it gets, the weird. Okay, it gets into some real kinky stuff at the end.
Oh, I haven't read that far yet. I'm excited.
It is weird.
Oh, no.
Cursed.
Okay.
We're on the priests, right?
Yeah, Amanda.
Oh, by the way, am I Angus later?
Sure, yes, because you're the bad guys.
Okay, cool.
Still waiting on Amanda.
Priests will say they appeased Aegis with the sacrifice.
She sighed.
If only it were that simple.
Her pain seemed real. What had happened to her?
If they find me here,
Estra said.
what will they do?
Put you with all the single ladies?
Say, wait. And you?
I'd go to soak and stand in a tank of cold water.
For how long?
It was 3 days last time.
She looked around, the bare bulb lighting her lips and her cheek.
Just the one room.
The mud brick walls were bare.
I'm a person of no importance.
It isn't much, is it?
She said. Oh, he stepped across the room. Estra followed.
It's enough for most of them.
Arden said.
But not for you.
She lifted her chin.
No, not for me.
He opened the closet door and handed her a towel. She wiped her face. Then he handed her a toiler shirt and pants and motioned her behind the door. She changed while they spoke.
What work do you do?
I do culverts and repairs. Oh no, what are these words? Seclusive?
Sluices.
It's always something. The battle with the rain never ends. Whatever we build, it tries to wash away. Without it, we'd have no crops, but sometimes it takes two.
How long has this settlement been here?
It started as a bomb bunker during the 4-Day War. They built the ziggurats, the nuclear winter.
How many are there?
Close to 3,000.
He said.
Most of them are men, like me. Toilers take up the first 6 floors. Level 7 is the nest. Level 8 is for the single ladies. Level 9 is Apex, where the priests and overlords live.
Apex
Why-
Legends?
At the bottom,
Why are
He
you?
spoke softly.
at the bottom,
Spoke softly.
my grandmother belonged to the Conquered Tribe, born to toil and raised in the nest.
Bad luck.
She said.
Here we go, guys.
Oh no. Oh,
It's you, Sam.
oh wait. Oh yeah, I said she said.
And
Yeah,
then it's more reading.
Oh, you guys got okay. My headphones jacked out again. Is my audio good? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to get these looked at before next time. But Esther
That's all.
stepped from behind the closet door. His clothes fit her poorly. The pants were baggy, and she clenched the waist. As she drew close, he realizes she was exactly his height. Not an inch shorter, not an inch taller. He was peering into her eyes. They were mirrors, and he could see the reflection of his own afflictions and longings. Whatever the reserve existed between these strangers, for a moment, dissolved.
What you saw in the forest. It's taken me 4 years.
he said.
Please don't worry. I'm not here to betray you.
I want my freedom.
Did his words touch her? He waited for her to speak, but there was only the quiet of the mud brick cell, the harsh light of the head bulb, the fading sound of thunder, and the dwindling rain.
You're a smart man.
Esther said finally.
I'd like to be smarter.
She spotted his keepsakes on his dresser, and she stepped towards them. Tree cones, pieces of quartz, bark, petrified wood. Esther picked up a rounded stream pebble.
What the fuck is happening?
Curtis! Curtis!
Curtis!
Curtis, stop!
I can't read.
I'll beat your ass!
Can't read in general.
I'm here. Do it, boy.
I'll kick you, Curtis.
I'm gonna leave the 1 star. The 1 star.
I like the 1 star.
Yeah.
That's fine.
How many stars this book has?
Where are we at?
Esther,
I
pick it
guess-
around.
Yeah.
I dream of freedom and I dream of love.
Yeah, that's yours, Amanda.
He said quietly, and I dream of love.
He could see the suspicion in her eyes.
2 people
He said.
knowing each other. Thoughts.
Is love like that?
When you're free, really free.
He said.
Love makes freedom worth having, doesn't it?
That depends on who you love.
Was she wary of him or attractive? Adrian couldn't tell. Her eye glistened with
Her
an
eye.
animal key.
Not her eyes, her eye.
Her eye. She only has the one.
Ooh.
Was it her left or right? Tycho.
It's the left.
Okay.
No, it's in the middle. It's a cyclops.
Yeah, it's a Cyclops. She's a Cyclops.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what freedom is
He said.
or love, but I'm gonna find out.
Are you?
She laughed and set the pebble on the dresser. Her lips were moist and her teeth were small and
Moist.
sharp.
A determined man can do anything.
Maybe you wish me here.
Oh, he raised his hand as her saw the caress coming, and she drew away.
Social
Helen
distancing.
touched the air a foot from her cheek.
I'm not like him.
He said. She raised her brows.
I would honor your spirit.
He
Would
said.
you?
The bulb's glare edged her hairline, the flare of her lips, the beam of her nose. She
The
lifted
beam
her
of
hand
her
between
nose?
them. Then she
She just
touched
have like
his
a laser beam
closer.
coming out of her nose or something? Like,
Oh boy.
Like my
Arden
breath.
clasped her shoulders and kissed her lips as the contact was made. A fresh hurl of rain rapped against the window. They drew apart, regarding each other. Her lips closed and the silence stretched out. Then she was leaning towards him again, lips parting. Adrian met with his, and
can we talk about how he keeps calling him Adrian instead of Arden?
oh, did he say Adrian? Arden. Oh my God, I can't read. And this time the reserve vanished. He was lost in the kiss for what seemed like a long time. Esther's hands fell to her sides and the embrace ended.
I shouldn't be doing this.
She turned, her face in shadow, the bare bulb sheening her golden hair.
I'm so thoughtless about the future. Always gambling everything on a moment's impulse.
Was it remorse Arden heard, or an invitation?
I shouldn't be doing this. Is there an invitation?
Where was she from? Who was she really? Find out next week.
Are you glad I fell into the forest?
She said. His flight to freedom, Could he trust a woman who claimed she came from the sky? Oh, she'd come from the sky.
I'm glad.
Estra's eyes glistened.
It's not too late for me. For us, Arden. Is
He
it?
put his arms around her.
That's
the,
the beginning.
the kiss was still deeper.
They stopped
Really?
kissing.
During this whole thing, when it was over, Estra let her breath out slowly. She touched his sternum.
Just give her a little poke right here.
Hold
They
on,
love.
I'm
He
scared.
said,
With the singles?
her fingers toyed with his shirt button.
Not with the woman on level 8, but there's a place on the valley.
He looked away.
Sweat break. They there every 2 weeks. Wear masks. It's relief, not love.
She shook her head.
We won't think about that. Who's the narrator?
I'll do it. Oh God, I'm scared.
You got it.
Oh, wait.
It's very frightening,
Wait.
don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Gotta take off your shirt.
Okay.
I think we need to switch to full view now.
Yes, definitely.
Stop screen sharing because I have it on my phone.
All right.
I'm
You
ready.
get the full experience.
'Cause now I
Is
can
this
just listen.
considered softcore porn? Is this
Oh, Joel has said he's gonna post our videos to Pornhub just as a meme.
Hey, people post full movies on there, you know?
I
Tycho,
know, yeah.
Tycho, take
Yeah,
it off of,
That's why I watched Frozen 2.
take it off of screen share.
I did.
No, you
No,
did.
it's still on screen share.
Well, oh yeah.
No, but you can see the people. Oh, take it off the screen share?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I have it on my phone, and now like I said, we need to get the full experience.
Okay.
Right.
How do I turn off screen share? Oh, stop share?
Yeah.
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 There we go. Hey, there's a lot of Curtis there.
I'm gonna pull up the-
It's
lot
just
of
Curtis. Oh God.
Oh, he knew that's a lot of Curtis there.
Okay, are we ready?
No, because
Oh,
I
no.
got rid of my iPad. I got rid of it off my iPad because I thought we were doing it on my computer. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. They were naked beneath the sheets on the small bed. Arden paused, sensing her agitation.
Are you with me?
Trying to be.
I've never felt this exposed.
It's different for me too.
Estra said.
Am I doing something wrong?
No, it's just so physical.
Arden didn't know what she meant.
Hold me.
She said. He put her arms around her, and as they pressed together, her face lost its border. What the fuck does that mean? Her rays of her iris were sage-colored spokes, and the hub was a fathomless pupil.
I'll be fine.
She whispered.
You won't hurt me.
I'm just gonna read the rest because that was short. Arden's limbs loosened. Their chests drew apart, letting the chill air between. Estra caressed his cheek.
I spent half my life dreaming of a man like you. And now you're here.
He touched her breast. It was like driftwood, smooth except for the frond-shaped scar the muscle it had left branched over her heart.
Oh, titties!
The driftwood.
Found it.
At first, brutish between her perfect eyes, and then as her ardor rose, he had worried he would disappoint her. He couldn't match her passion. He couldn't match her passion. This animal woman, this creature who said she'd come out of a storm. Then as the end approached, she grew caring, tender. It was her fullness of spirit he felt, a joy rooted in dark and kindness, and a generous heart. He'd been a beast of burden, covered with hide, and as he drew close to her, his hide had dissolved.
I'm in love.
He said. Steps sounded in the corridor. Arden rose on one elbow and faced the door. He'd forgotten to wedge the shim under his door. He hurried to the entrance and secured it, feeling stupid and careless. Esther was standing, stepping toward him.
What's the
They
shoe?
embraced. Tycho,
So frightened,
she murmured.
both of us.
I hate it here. Every man I rubbed shoulders with, the women in the ring.
He touched her lips. It was the first time he'd lain with a woman who wasn't wearing a mask.
Wow.
I still have hope. And an angel.
You dream of freedom.
She said.
Tell your angel about that.
Arden weighed her words.
It's dangerous for you to know.
Are we going to let fear rule us?
He regarded her for a long moment. Then he stepped to the dresser, retrieved a knife, and strode to the wall above the foot of his bed. Arden inserted the blade between two bricks, waggled it, and slid a brick out. He reached his hand into the hole and removed some folded papers.
There are clans up and down the coast.
He said.
No one knows which ones might welcome the strangers.
People have left here before?
He nodded.
Then, 8 years ago, they didn't come back. If it's anyone's guess what happened. They found a settlement? Did they try to survive on their own?
He unfolded one of the papers, a hand-drawn map.
You could start your own colony.
She said.
Make your own rules.
That would be hard. Where the earth isn't poisoned, it belongs to the Nowens.
He put his finger on the map.
Wait, hold on. Real quick, sorry. Okay, there's a ziggurat. I'm gonna float the Marriott down this river, launch it here, at this bay.
He spread another map.
This is the coastline north.
How accurate are these?
I'll find out.
But no villages are marked.
I'm gonna follow the coast and hope.
He said.
I'll put ashore to trap and forage.
And at night,
I'll sleep on the water. I'll live like that for the rest of my life if I have to. I'm not staying here.
Beneath the maps was a yellowed page. When Estra raised it, she saw a rough sketch of a woman's face.
Myriad.
She guessed. Arden bowed his head.
Is she here?
Estra asked.
Is she going with you?
So,
Estra noticed the script on the drawing's backside.
something I wrote.
He said, reaching for it.
Please, let me read it.
Arden sighed. Estra scanned what he'd written.
I've never been good with words.
He said.
But that night, they poured out of me. She died at 8 pence.
My never-setting sun. Beautiful thoughts.
I know if I ever found out who condemned her, I'd cut their throats.
The threat startled her.
She was executed?
No, sacrificed.
Estra was speechless.
I was supposed to die with her, but she let go of my hand at the last moment.
Literally speechless.
He touched what he'd written and turned the page over, peering at the crudely drawn image.
Your hand?
Estra muttered.
An overlord said she was plain. I guess that's true.
He slid the drawing beneath the maps.
She wasn't like you.
Myriad saved your life?
Arden nodded.
I never understood why.
She knew who you were.
Esther
are.
said softly. The call was silent. She took his hand. The
You're
cell
a-
was silent, sorry.
You're a brave man.
She said.
You don't care what others think. You want a good life,
She turned his hand over and touched his calluses.
and you'll have one. When will the boat be ready to launch?
She asked.
When will your boat be ready to launch?
It's ready now. The sails are done. I've got blankets and cloth, rope, hides, canvases, and knives. I can rig the mast and finish caulking when it's in the water.
How will you get down to the river? How will you get down to the river?
Here's a runoff channel. I've cut roller logs.
I can help you.
Arden stared at her.
What about food?
She asked.
I can hibernate from the mission. Commissary? I've snuck
Commissary.
A few sacks out. Commissary, excuse me. I've snuck a few sacks out. I have a friend in the kitchen. Another week or so, I'll be ready to leave.
Esther clasped his hand with both of hers and peered into his eyes.
You want me to go with you?
She said. Scene! Yes!
Scene.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
I love it.
That was a good time.
I can't believe I just spent an hour and a half of my life doing that.
That long?